Hey y'all, it's Suzette Viranon, and I'm redefining my 60s on my own terms. Today's product review is going to be something that my naturopathic doctor recommended. Let me first tell you a little bit about my backstory. I was diagnosed with osteopenia some years ago, but I didn't understand what that meant. I was told it was a precursor to osteoporosis, but I kind of had the mindset, well, if it's a precursor, it doesn't mean I have osteoporosis yet. So, cool. And I went on I took some calcium supplements, but it was on again, off again. I wasn't really serious, to be honest with you. Sadly, a couple of years later, guess what? Diagnosed with osteoporosis. And that's where my bones have lost calcium to the point that if I don't do something to intervene, I could end up with brittle bones, being subject to hip fractures, broken hip, that kind of thing. And one of the things that the doctors warned me about is that usually when somebody has a hip break, they only live like 10 years more. And I was like, wait a minute, hold up. I don't want my hips to have a broken hip, a fractured hip, nothing like that. So when I got that diagnosis, my doctor started talking with me about some prescription alternatives. But because I tend to lean more toward the holistic route, the alternative medicine, naturopathic route, I said, listen, give me a year. Let me come back and have another bone density test after I've tried it my way. And what I did is I went on YouTube, did research to see what alternatives were out there that could kind of help reverse this situation so that it would not get any worse. And so part of my regimen was incorporating, exercises, weight bearing exercises. Now to clarify, swimming is not a weight bearing exercise. I even found out that running wasn't a weight bearing exercise. Dancing is. And I'm so glad, because I'll be honest with you, going to the gym, aerobics, that kind of thing, again, on again, off again. You get scared, you go, you overdo it. Then after a while, you get back into your routine and you just don't go as much. So I said, what is something I can do, a weight-bearing exercise that I know I will do, whether I go out or whether I stay at home? Two of them, walking at home and line dancing. Now the line dancing I do with other people, but the walking at home, I can either walk at home or I can go to the area community center and get on the treadmill. Those two things, the dancing and the walking, I knew I would do regardless, right? So those both, fortunately, are weight-bearing exercises. But I also needed something else. And so I started looking for calcium supplements and everything. And when I started going to my naturopathic doctor, I told her, I'm taking this. She said, no, you don't need that. You need some bone meal. I'm like, bone meal? I'd heard of bone broth, but I never heard of bone meal. So this is what she recommended. It's called Now Bone Meal. Let me read to you what it says. Now bone meal powder is derived from cattle raised in the United States. Bone meal powder is an excellent source of calcium. Calcium in bone meal occurs as a calcium phosphate compound known as, I'm going to say this wrong, hydroxyapatite. I'll put that in the description. Right? Now, It's not manufactured with wheat, gluten, soy, milk, egg, fish, shellfish, tree nut, or sesame ingredients. So for those of you who are like me trying to become more gluten-free because I'm gluten intolerant and also I'm lactose intolerant, it's great that this product is not manufactured with any of those products. It's produced in a GMP facility that processes other ingredients containing, okay, let me see. Okay, it's not manufactured with wheat. Okay, let me get it clear. It's not manufactured with wheat, gluten, soy, milk, egg, fish, shellfish, tree nut, or sesame ingredients. Produced in a GMP facility that processes other ingredients containing these allergens, though. Okay? So one of the things I like about it is, first of all, you know, a lot of times you get products that are in something this big and then you only have this much product. Not with this. Not with this. When I got this, the product was kind of like up to here. So it was really good to know that you're getting a good amount of product in here. And the suggested usage, which my naturopathic doctor said, you know, take it the way it says to take it. It says mix 1 level teaspoon daily into milk, fruit, or vegetable juice. Okay? Adequate calcium throughout life as part of a well-balanced diet may reduce the risk of osteoporosis. Now, having used this product, I have to be completely honest. Stirring this product into a juice, milk, hot beverage, it doesn't dissolve. It just kind of breaks up and is around the top. But like truly getting it to dissolve, it does not. So I did not like that. And to be honest, because I didn't like it, I put it back on the shelf. But you know how life can kind of speak to you and say, get this off the shelf and challenge yourself to have it a different way. Because when I go for my naturopathic evaluations, my naturopathic doctor would be like, how is it coming with the osteoporosis? And I found sometimes when she'll ask questions like that, it's because she sees something on the scan. And I was like, well, you know, you prescribed that bone meal, but I didn't tell her I wasn't taking it. I know. Terrible. Bad Suzette. But it's like, this stuff tastes disgusting, you know? And she said to me something recently. She said, well, why don't you just put it into a smoothie, add it and blend it with your smoothie. And I'm like, okay, great. When I get me a new smoothie blender, I will do it. But what can I do in the interim? Now, this is going to be what I consider a real gangster move. But it works for me. And I said, maybe it'll work for you too. So this is what I've started doing. I'll take my level teaspoon, which I already put a teaspoon in here with the product. This is my teaspoon, and I keep it in there with the product. And that way I know I'm getting exactly that amount, because to be honest with you, I don't want to get more of it, right? But this is what I do. I take that teaspoon with the product on it. And don't y'all love my little Suzette? My Suzette cup. My friend Joelle gave it to me. It's the first mug I've ever had with my actual name on it. And isn't it so cute? Isn't it cute? But anyway, I digress. Well, what I would do, which is my typical thing, is I will drink a warm herbal tea in the morning to get myself going. And I've been drinking chamomile with a little bit of agave in it, right? Okay. Sometimes I put a little bit more than a little bit of agave in it. But anyway, okay. So anyway, I'll do that and I'll get it. I like my beverage kind of hot. Not so hot I can't drink it, but I like that hot kind of warm feeling going down, right? So what I'll do is I'll fix this. I'll take the teaspoon of my bone meal. This is the gangster move. I'll put it in my mouth, and then I will slowly sip the hot beverage behind it. And every time I take a sip, more of the bone meal is going down. And to me, it doesn't taste as bad. It really doesn't taste as bad. So I'll just keep sipping and let it slowly go down on its own, not forcing it. I'll just keep sipping, swallow, sipping, swallow, and it gradually goes down. To me, it doesn't taste as bad when I do that. So I thought I would offer that to you all, because I ain't gonna lie, that bone meal does not taste good. It just does not. Now, you may choose to do the smoothie alternative, because I'm telling you, when summer comes back, that's the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it in my smoothie and that kind of thing and rock with that. But in the wintertime, I don't drink as many smoothies. I don't. I'm cold natured. And that cold against my teeth constantly, it ain't a good look. It ain't a good look. It don't feel good. Or that cold, and you get that kind of thing where your face feel like you just have that cold, thick flush in your face, and your sinuses and everything just kind of go, oh, a minute. So not a good look in the wintertime. So I tend to drink more hot beverages. So I'll just put it in and slowly start sipping. Before my taste buds can register it, I just start sipping. I start sipping. And it slowly goes back along with my beverage. And because I put a little agave, okay, a little plus agave, then the sweetness of it just kind of cuts that pasty, mealy, to me, not so great taste. But here's the good thing about it. The good thing about taking something like this that's specifically for your issue, as opposed to taking a supplement that has a whole lot of stuff in it that you don't need, you know this product is going directly to the issue. And I like that. And so my commitment to myself, and y'all hold me accountable, my commitment to myself is that I am going to take a teaspoon of my bone meal daily up until my physical. My physical is in April. So I'm going to do it daily up until my physical, as well as doing my line dancing. And when I don't go to line dancing, doing my walking in place, right? Sometimes adding some weights to it to give me a little bit more to build up these muscles while I'm walking in place and doing those weight bearing and strength bearing exercises and all that. I've made the commitment. It's not a resolution, it's a commitment that I am going to do this consistently all the way to my physical and see if it makes a difference. Now let me interject something that I think is really great. After I told my doctor, ask her to consider letting me find a more alternative solution to my osteoporosis to see if it could reverse it, my doctor was very willing to do so. And I'm glad to report that next year I had a bone density test, and it had moved in the right direction by about 0.1. Now, to some people that's not a lot, but to me, I'll take a win, even if it's a 0.1 win. I will take the win. So it moved in the right direction by 0.1. I truly believe, because I feel my insides telling me to do this, that in my obedience to what I'm hearing, that inner wisdom kind of whisper to me and suggest to me, I really believe that my weight-bearing exercises, being committed to that, as well as taking that teaspoon of bone meal every day up until my physical, is going to show some really great results. And even better, because I just started doing this about, I'd say, 4 or 5 days ago, it's going to really be telling that if I just started this and I have my physical in April, what can happen in 4 months? Imagine what could happen if I was committed to it in an ongoing way. So that's what I wanted to share. So please, if you like what I'm saying, like, share, subscribe, put your comments in the comments section. Tell me your age. Tell me what resonated with you. If there's something that you're doing that is working for you and reaping great results, then share it, because I want my subscribers and those that are passing by and just looking, I want them to be built up and edified as well. Let's make 2025 a fabulous year, y'all, okay? So I'll talk to you in the next episode. Bye now.